My name's Tim Hopgood and I'm an author illustrator, and I spend most of my time creating picture books for children. Having studied illustration at college, I went into design and worked in magazines, so I've got a magazine background, and then I set up a studio working for fashion retail clients. But when I had my own kids and started reading bedtime stories, it kind of reignited my interest in illustration and storytelling. During my time working on design, I was always working with pictures and text, and I became fascinated by the fact that the meaning of a picture can be changed dramatically by just adding a word. So you might take an image and put like a cover line on it, and suddenly it has a different meaning. I kind of realised that I've spent most of my working life working with pictures and words, but in different ways. When I first start thinking about an idea for a picture book, I usually start with the words. So I'll have an idea, I'll put the words down, and then I'll start doing some rough pencil sketches. Then I might develop those further with ink washes, and then put the type and the images together into a black and white dummy, and that's be the first thing really that I'll show to a publisher. And then if they like the idea, I'll develop the roughs, so I keep sort of working, going back over it and putting in more detail and really trying to pin down what is happening on each spread. And then I'll start work on the finished artwork by drawing and painting and then scanning everything and then putting it together on the computer and sort of doing a digital collage on the computer and then adding colour until we get to the final pieces, and then they're sent off, and then hey presto, it's printed in China and comes back as a bound book. Through doing the picture books, I've realised that there's been a lot of interest in people wanting to buy images from the books. So a few years ago I started selling prints through the print space, but I've now got to the point where I've realised that we want to sell a wider range and offer more choice to people. So I've been using Shopify to sell prints all over the world. I mean, that's one of the things that's really struck me, is once you start operating online, you get interest from all over the place. And again with picture books, because that works on a global way, it's a nice match. Before, when I had a microsite, I only offered a limited 8 prints from a book, and I found that people would email and go, but have you got a print of this page? It always seemed to be one that I hadn't selected. So the new Shopify shop will have over 60 prints on offer. So I'm actually being able to offer more designs, so that I'm not in that position where I'm going, unfortunately that one isn't available as a print. Having decided to order prints, working with the print space, the thing that really bowled me over was the quality of the prints and the colours and the texture of the paper. The depth of colour is quite striking. Once the images are uploaded onto the site, it's great, because then it's something that's just going on in the background, that people are ordering prints, the prints are being produced and sent out, and it's a really easy process, but it's not interfering in my day-to-day activity. It's great knowing that that's going on in the background as a sideline, but I can actually concentrate on what I do best, which is creating books. So now we've got the opportunity, having opened a Shopify store, that rather than just selling prints, we can now expand the offer. We're looking at selling t-shirts and lampshades and mobiles. So we've responded thinking, well, actually we can do more than that, but the prints is the thing that we're starting with, and is really the backbone to the whole thing.